So I come out here again, with this word of prophecy, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash. Alright, double honors to the elders and the apostles of great milestone that rule well, pushing this 100% truth of the gospel, waking up and sealing the elect of the nation of Israel through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh. And salutation to you sincere Archimedes that are pushing this gospel in all righteousness and sincerity, risking your lives and your freedom to do so. Alright, so this is the new year, according to the Gregorian calendar. So of course, I've come into that this new year, man, and let me just say, I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember, how as I was coming here to camp, I had a thought in my mind, thinking about, right, that the apostle had already given this year a name, okay, the year of the hastening unto the day of the coming of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right, and we know that day is that day is near. Right, Lord, Lord willing, that is this year. But what I was thinking, that the Most High has already shown us so many signs, okay? He has shown us so many signs, We've already seen throughout last year, okay, that these times are coming even ever closer and closer. Right, whether you have, all the end time signs, everything, all the prophecies that are written about the beginning of the end have already all come to pass. Okay, you see, you see the signs for Jacob's trouble coming. You see signs of World War III coming. The brothers are always bringing out different videos showing you of all these signs. Okay, Iran is preparing for an attack against an attack from America and Israel. Israel is trying to vex. Like I'm wearing this the wrong way. I'm wearing the wrong way. I'm wearing this the wrong way. Yeah. Listen, I saw this guy went for me. I went to go and sew rubbish. The person that saw this guy went to go and sew rubbish. But anyway, as I was saying, you see, Israel, Israel is tempting Iran right now, to pushing them, pushing them basically to start that World War III, which is putting that prophecy. The list of the flock shall draw them out. Okay, you see COVID, you see the C19, I should say the C20, because you're talking about how you have an advanced strain right now, and it just hit Babylon. But that's to be expected. It was always going to come to Babylon. But the thing that really got me the most is the news that you started this 2021 with is basically that health care, a lot of medical practitioners, they are rejecting the vaccine. Right? You see that they don't want to take the vaccine anymore. Nobody actually wants to take the vaccine anymore. So you see that he and his wickedness is being exposed at a high rate right now. Okay. Maybe I should just carry this camera to not easy. But anyway, as I was saying, you see that he and his wickedness is being exposed right now at a high level. So now nobody, so now all that trust, okay, that people used to have for this devil, just taking all these just taking his medicine, taking his witchcraft, okay, consuming all this witchcraft, whether it's in the media, okay, whether it's in the news, whether it's the medicine that he gives you, whether it's his philosophies, all those things that people used to do before without question. Okay, they would take, let me see if I can get that. Okay, so they will take all that this devil has to offer them, then without question, just take it like that. And now you see people are starting to doubt, people are starting to ask questions, people are starting to lose that trust in this devil. So Esau is losing his power, he's losing his sway and his pull. Okay, he's losing that power he's losing that left hand energy that he used to get the whole world. And that's just beautiful right there, because it's showing that this devil is about, his kingdom is about to come to an end, it's about to be taken out of the way. Right, so let me get this. Okay, so I can't find a preset I'm looking for. So, I'll just use another preset. What's another preset? I mean, that book of Daniel chapter 12, knowledge, where this just talk about knowledge being increased. So let me get that one. Daniel chapter 12. Uh, Let me just take my phone. It's way faster that way. Daniel 12 chapter. There it is. The book of Daniel 12, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the end, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Alright, and the spirit has gone forth throughout the four corners of the earth, has gone forth throughout the whole earth, and is increasing that knowledge, okay? Waking up the Israelites, waking up the elect of the nation of Israel to the truth, or the truth that is in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and on a lower level, exposing the wickedness of this current world, the wickedness of this current kingdom, to the wickedness of Esau, Edom, okay, and all, exposing Esau, Edom, and all his crimes and all his wickedness to the whole earth. That's why you have that's why you have people saying that they're not ready to take the vaccine. They are rejecting the vaccine. Basically, they're saying that whether you bring up all kinds of excuses, okay, because they've seen the signs, okay. These things are no longer hidden anymore. Okay, people are no longer blind to it. People are no longer saying, in their minds, saying that, okay, trying to ignore the truth that is out here, because the truth is impossible to ignore right now. It's too loud to ignore. The truth has gotten too big to ignore. It has basically become the elephant in the room right now. Nobody can avert their eyes away from it. Nobody can look away anymore, because this is out here right now. Now you can't trust this devil. Okay, you can't trust anything that the government sanctions to give to the people. There would have been a time, was 50 years ago, 30 years ago, hell, even 20 to 10 years ago, nobody was thinking about if there was a pandemic, not taking that vaccine. Nobody was thinking about that. Even without the information about how dangerous this vaccine is coming out, nobody would still say, okay, let's not take it. Let's just wait and let's just wait and see what will happen. That you're making. Actually, I want to say, saying that it will be better to just wait and see what happens next. Trying to reject it, saying that this is not, it's not. They can't put it in their body because it's dangerous. Nobody will be saying that, because all these things that you see, all right, these vaccines do right now. Whether it's the Bell's palsy, or people dropping dead or falling sick, or the anaphylactic reactions. These are things that vaccines have always been doing. Okay, these are things that all the vaccines that people have always been shooting themselves up with, have always been doing. Because you see all kinds of complications, all kinds of diseases in your body. And I did a video about that. Okay, how people that don't mark their children will become healthier. They don't develop any I don't want to say they don't develop any growth or any disorders in the future, whether it's autism, sickle cell, Alzheimer's, and the like, because you can actually get Alzheimer's from taking vaccines. They don't develop all these things. They are more healthier. They get less sick than the children that are actually taking these vaccines. That is just okay how it is, because this devil, man. What can I say more than Job 13 verse 4? They are forgers of lies, okay, physicians of no value, and everybody is seeing that, because this truth has gone forth throughout the four corners of the earth. There's no doubt anymore. Okay, with all the signs that we're seeing, you have to be convinced that, okay, this truth has gone everywhere. Okay, because even the scripture says that what that let me go to that in the book of Matthew 24. So okay, let me get that. Here it is. Matthew 24 verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Alright, so that's basically what has happened right now. Everywhere the truth has gone out globally. Because anywhere that has internet access, guess what? They have they have access to this truth. They have access to this gospel of Yahweh Bashmi Yahshai. Anywhere that has internet access, whether you're watching it from from the men of Great Millstone, or you're watching other Israelite camps, or you're watching, or you're just going through Facebook and seeing various Hebrew Israelite videos. Anywhere that you go on the earth that has an internet access, and that is basically everywhere on the earth right now. You have, or at least the inhabited earth right now. You have the truth that has already reached. You have somebody, or you have somebody either playing a video from one of the Akim, from one of the Akim in the camps, or you actually have camps, on ground in those various places. Okay. So when Christians want to break down this scripture, they say that when the missionaries have gone everywhere on the earth, that's how you see them traveling up and down. That's how you see Nate making that excuse that the reason why he was going to Africa was to bring out this word, to make the word known. But that's not what that priest is talking about. Okay, so let me read that again. Matthew 24 verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And that's basically it. Okay. That's the gospel has to be preached in all the world. I know there's another preacher that can connect with this one, but that's the book of Romans chapter 11. It says that their voice, okay, not their physical bodies, okay, their voice. In other words, anywhere that the voice of a Hebrew Israelite, okay, that the voice of somebody declaring the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is heard. Anywhere that it can be heard, even if it's just a 2-second clip of him saying Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Guess what? That gospel is being pushed, or is being preached in that place. So now I don't want to lose this preachers and words right now, so I'll get that one on deck. Romans 11, where it talks about their voice. Romans 11. Okay, it's okay, no voice. I've actually seen it, it's no voice, it sounds. I really forgot. Anywho. Romans, this book of Romans, okay, it's the book of Romans chapter 10. Alright, it's the book of Romans chapter 10. Romans chapter 10, and I'll start from verse 17. So then faith cometh by hearing, Romans 10 verse 18. But I say, Romans 10 verse 17, I'm trying to figure out where to start from. So Romans 10 verse 17. So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. Right, so you really can build up your faith by hearing the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's something I wanted to that's something I wanted to bring out a little bit. I want to talk about it a little bit, because the scripture says that words. If any man lack faith, let me go to that. That's the book of James. Let me hold this on and deck as well. Because I always like to bring out all these precepts, because okay, it's wisdom. Salaka is wisdom. But anyway, I always like to bring out all this, but it also applies for everything else, okay? Because you know that what Yahushua even said with his own mouth: ask and you shall receive, knock and the door shall be opened unto you, seek and you shall find. And when he said all those things, he always talk about prayers of new car, new motor, bigger business, bigger house, bigger, the bigger car, pray to the Most High. Oh Lord, oh Lord, let that new iPhone fall from heaven. That's not what he was talking about, okay? Because what should you be still looking for in this side? That's what you should be asking yourself. What should you be praying for at this time? Okay, what should you be praying for on this side right now, on this earth right now that you are living in? What should you be praying for? What should you be seeking for? What is the thing that what should you be trying to look for? Okay, that's why the book of Romans chapter 11. I believe that the 27th chapter, it says that what Israel has not obtained that which is seeked for, but the election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Okay, so you know that the God that we are serving is the God of the Israelites, and we know that as a whole, our people are searching for something. But the elect have that thing that we're all looking for. So that means that whatever the elect has, that's what the intention of Israel is looking for. So what does the elect have? Okay, faith, what is to say, the wisdom and the stability of Sakia. What does the elect have? Okay, of course we have many things. Okay, we have the knowledge and understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We have that faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, that gift of faith, as the scripture says. That's what our people as a whole should be looking for. Okay, that's what you should be praying for in this side. Faith, okay, wisdom, knowledge in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You pray for an increase, a constant increase in that faith, in that wisdom, which is in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, you praying for that religion, for the Most High to be dealing with you, for the Spirit to be on you as much as possible, so you can bring out this word, so you can push this word harder and harder, and so you can bring closer the downfall and the destruction of this kingdom, which is why once again this year is named what? This year is named the year of hastening on to the day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, because that should be what you are looking for. Going back to 2 Peter, and that's one of my favorite precepts to bring out. Whenever I get a precept, I don't quote any precept in that 2 Peter. Because the 2 Peter is just a beautiful precept to just bring out. Maybe maybe I'll go into it a little bit later. But first, let me continue on with the book of James. I think I'll go into that 2 Peter a little bit, because that's a beautiful place to be bringing out precepts from. But let me go into this book of James. James 1 and verse 5, and it reads, "If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him." Alright? So that's what you ask of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and he will give you. Okay, you ask of him for wisdom, you ask of him for faith, you ask of him to show you who has the truth and who doesn't, to give you that spirit of discernment, okay? To give you that understanding of the word of the word, which is the scriptures. You ask for those things of him, and the Most High will give them unto you. Alright? You ask for, and of course, that's not all you ask for, because as humans we also have needs. Okay, you ask for the daily bread. Okay, you ask for how does it go again? A house to, it's like a lot of flies flying around this place. You ask for a house, a house to lay your head on. You ask for all these. You ask for all these various things which you need for. Which are basically daily necessities to you, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will always provide them for you. In fact, even the scriptures even say that you don't even need to ask. Okay, I believe that the book of Mark 26. Okay, that's not it. But basically, they need to ask. Okay, because the scripture says that our Father which is in heaven, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, he knows that you have need of all these things. So before you even ask, okay, he's already preparing it for you. So let me get that. Here it is. The book of Matthew chapter 6 verse 7. "But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. Be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before you ask them." Alright, going into how you should pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But the focus is that before we even pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, he already knows exactly what you need. That's what he will give you, the basic needs that you have in this kingdom, okay, to continue in this kingdom. That is another reason why you should be hastening on to the day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because you know that whatever you want you have in this kingdom, you're not going to get it, okay? Okay, until this kingdom comes to an end, and you're giving you're raised up as in those new bodies in the kingdom, which will basically be our kingdom, okay? So that's even an extra reason for you to push the kingdom right there, just to finally just to finally get all your carnal needs, all your carnal wants, I should say. Just get your carnal desires granted. So let me keep on going through the precepts I have. I lost what I wanted to get. Oh yeah. Romans chapter 10. Yeah. Romans chapter 10. I haven't even read. Actually, I haven't actually even read that. Alright, so this is Romans chapter 10, verse 18. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. Okay, so if you are sitting there waiting for, waiting for a man of the Lord to come to come to your neighborhood to preach there before you start to believe or before you start to have faith, guess what? But you're going to wait up until the end, and you're going to be destroyed. Because the only thing you need to do is to hear that voice, okay, to hear the word, to hear the voice of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai through the servant of the prophet, in order to receive the word and in order to repent. Right, so you need to see a physical prophet, okay, a physical man of the Lord come up to you and talk about how, okay, you need to repent, you need to come out and see Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That is not, that's not the time that we're in anymore. Okay, we have the internet for that now. We have the internet that can send, one person can be seen by over a billion people all over the earth, thousands of miles across from each other. One person, one person's sound, one person's voice, okay, one person's actions can be seen all over the earth. Okay, you have things that are watched by the whole world. Like for example, now the US election that just took place. Which reminds you, this is the month, okay? This is the month where Trump will have to give up his presidency, and we're going to see what transpires in that, in this month, okay? We're going to see if Trump actually gives it up or not. That's going to be a sight right there. But anyway, moving on. Trying to go into more. Trying to go into the things that the more things that we have to talk about, because there's a lot of things going on right now. But I want to continue with what I was talking about. The signs, everything is out here. That's what I always talk about. Now it's that appointed time, going into Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. Now it's time where the words have tarried long enough, okay? Now it's time where all these things are coming to pass, where you are seeing them come to pass, where you are seeing them happening. And you see this devil, okay, his kingdom is going down, it's going, he's dropping, it's getting on a lower and lower level, okay? His kingdom is being set up for that destruction. And his kingdom is coming to an end, okay? It has what is the word I'm looking for? It has degraded, basically. It has reduced, It is no longer as powerful as it used to be. During the times of the 60s and the 70s, when this world started being pushed, okay? That was the time when these devils had the higher, that was the time when these devils were, at the height of their power, so to speak. They were at the height of their rulership during the 60s and the 70s. But now you see them going down. And let me get these precepts. That is in the book of Isaiah 14. How has the oppressor ceased? How has the golden city ceased? Because that's the time that we're in right now. When people take up that taunting proverb, just asking Babylon the Great, are you as weak as us now? Because this 2021, man, you expect a lot of retaliation from all these other nations that have been oppressed by the US up till now. There used to be a time where the Soviet Union, where Russia couldn't do anything against the US, going back to the Cold War. Where Russia was actually even stronger than they are now. Where they were still the Soviet Union, where they had all those nations, okay, Ukraine, Siberia, and the like, all together, among them, making the Soviet Union. When they were still even a greater power than they are now. And they were defeated by Babylon because that was their appointed time, their time of rulership, and that was the height of their power. During that, they coming out of that Cold War stretch, going into the Vietnamese War, which is the reason why they lost, okay, because their power, because after that Cold War, they were at the height of their power. I believe the Vietnamese War was in the 1970s. I don't have the internet, so I can't even check it. If I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I believe it was during the 1970s. Anyway, as I was saying, that's why they lost that war, because they had reached the height of their power, and now they were going down the downward slope of their destruction, basically. And this is where we're at right now. We're at the tail end of that downward slope. Which is the time where the heathen will start to look at Babylon the Great and see that they are growing weaker, and they are growing weaker and coming up they're basically going down to the level of where those hidden are. That's why you see China trying to invade America, right? And that's why you see the Russia trying to do the same. Because they're getting ready to destroy this place, man. The hate for the whore is already there, and then like get ready to just burn her with that fire. All right, so the book of Isaiah 14 from verse 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Okay, so that's what you're seeing right now. The golden city, Babylon the Great, it's coming to an end. Okay, it is degrading. There used to be a time where people could get rich in Babylon. Even up to now, people are still living. People are still under that belief, that pipe dream, that they could go to Babylon and get rich. Okay, that they could just go to America. Here, especially here in Nigeria, all these jokes in Nigeria. That's why you have so many of them in. That's why you have so many of them in Babylon. That's why you have so many. You have so many Nigerians and so many West Africans in Babylon, because they think that once you just because what they do is that they just save up enough money, get the American visa, okay, fly to America or take their kids to school in America, because they believe that once you just get there, everything else will sort itself out. They can just get a job and you can be making a lot of you can get a job and making a lot of money there, because like for example now. That I'd already bring out before, $40,000. If you convert it to Nigerian currency, that's a lot of money, man. That's millions. That's millions a month. Millions. That's millions a month, and I think 10 million, 100 million a year. Which there's almost nobody in this country that is making that kind of salary. Which is ironic because Babylon, a 40K salary a year is nothing. But that's beside the point. What I'm trying to say is that you still have people that are running over to Babylon the Great, thinking that they can still that it's still the land of opportunity, that you can still where you can go to enrich yourself. But that is no longer the case, okay? Because right now Babylon consumes more than it creates, okay? Because when you go there right now, you're just going into a consumer nation that is just spending and spending and spending, which is why you see the dollar go increase at such a high rate, which is also why many of these nations are also increasing their own currency at such a high rate, so that they can keep up, so that to keep that illusion going, that the dollar still has power, that the dollar is still a world reserve currency, but that's not the case anymore, man. Because all these currencies are depreciating, and the reason why they are depreciating is because they have no value, okay? And the apostles in their last camp, they mentioned this. They always talk about this. When you talk about the dollar, when you talk about the pound, when you talk about the shilling, okay, when you talk about the shekel, which are all these various currencies that all these various nations use. These are all forms of measurement, okay? And when you talk about measurement, it talks about what? The value of something the value of something in pounds, the value of something in dollars, the value of something in these shillings. And when those measurements have no metric, okay, have nothing else to when those measurements, they have no metric, they have nothing to weigh it by, okay. You have nothing to weigh the dollar by. You have nothing to value the dollar with. You have nothing to value the dollar with. Then how the hell is it supposed to have any value when then it has no value? If you cannot value it with anything, it has no value. It has no backing, okay. It's just fiat currency. In other words, this is the currency that you use, because even though it has no value, the only value it has is in people's minds, okay. Because if you go into the economy, okay, why do people use this paper currency that has no value instead of gold? They tell you things like, oh, the currency is actually being backed by the government. The currency, this and that. They're making all kinds of excuses, but that's not actually the case, okay. No currency is being backed by the government. It's all being controlled by the Federal Reserve banks. Okay, that's why you have central banks in every, in most nations. Okay, I think that they should be in every nation. Now that's why you have central banks in every nation. Those are the ones that print the currency and decide okay how much value the currency will have, based on what the economy and the government. Right now, Babylon's government is at an all-time low. Okay, its economy is at an all-time low. So what does that mean for the currency? It will be at an all-time low as well. That's why the currency keeps depreciating. And if you really want to know, how fast money depreciates, your best bet would be just put it in the bank. You see because here, especially here in Nigeria, you see when you put money inside the bank will be taking out their little. When you put money inside a bank, the bank will be taking out their little charges one by one. Whether it's maintenance fee for this, ATM fee for this, fee for this, fee for that, fee for this, fee for that. Just be taking that little by little. And from now, and little by little, 100,000 could turn into 90,000, 90,000 could turn into 80,000. Just like that, the money will be going down and be going down. You come back in a year and you see that you have less money than you actually put it in. But you thought that bank was meant to keep, for you to keep your money. That's not actually the case, man. The banks is how he controls. These banks is how he controls your economy and controls your government. And this bank shows you how he can set up his new world order just like that. Okay. The banks, everybody adopting his democracy. Okay, everybody adopting his system of government, his system of rulership. All his orders, going out throughout the whole earth, everybody does it. That shows you who is in rulership, okay? Because nobody is coming out here, right? Nobody is going around in native attire in Iro or kimonos or I forget it, or daishikis or whatever other native attire these nations use. They're all in suits and ties, okay? Dressed up like you're trying to dress up as like these Edomites, balding up your face, talking about balding up your face so that you can look more like these devils, man. Because because those are the ones that are in rulership. What the scriptures say, as the king of a country is, so are his citizens. So everybody will try to act as the ones that are in rulership, which is Esau Edom at this time. So everybody is trying to get like that, get like Esau, get like E. They're trying to act like an Edomite, basically. That's why you see this kingdom is so wicked, okay? That's why you see in the book of First Maccabees when it talks about how when Alexander ruled and died, okay, and his 4 generals came into rulership. The scripture said that what? Evils are multiplied on the earth, okay? Because everybody is trying to get like E. That's how you know that when we are in the kingdom, when we are in the rulership, man, all these nations are going to be in order. Because that time righteousness will be multiplied on the earth, and these nations would know better, okay? Would be smarter than to mess up, would be smarter than to mess up like that, So anyway, what was I even going into again? What I'm talking about. That's how you know that this devil is that this devil is in rulership, and people that are in rulership are the wicked, and the wicked is Esau Edom, okay? So the so-called white man right now is in rulership. So he is the wicked. So he's in rulership. Right now we're living in a wicked society. So he is the wicked. And the wicked goes back to Esau Edom. This is just putting two and two together, using conjecture, okay? Using understanding to know who is who and who is what, okay? So now you know that Esau Edom is the wicked. I know that this wicked are in rulership, he's not in rulership. So that's just basically it. And what these devils have done, okay? What they have done on this earth, the devils are going to pay for everything they have done on this earth. The devils have hell to pay. And so okay, I want to see whether this video is playing. Alright, still playing. You could have a lot of cases where things just cut off while I'm mid-camp and it doesn't even save at all. So now I have to go and do, I have to start go all over again, which is how to last thing. I went a little bit long. I went a little bit longer than usual. But anyway, as I was saying, going back to what I was getting into. Alright. Now I wanted to do a video about this, but the spirit just wasn't on me. I don't know the research I was doing going into this, but just panning out. They said that I'll just come out to camp and just sit. But Esau has taken away the joy of marriage and children from this kingdom, man. Because right now, if you take a poll on how many people want to get married, okay, how many people want to have children, the number that you're going to see is going to be surprisingly low. Okay, nobody wants to get married. Okay, but everybody's trying to have sex, because what they see marriage as is that the nonsense that Esau has brought out, which is basically the whole what was I looking for? The whole white gown wedding shit, going up out to the altar, saying your vows and all that, getting married, all just to what? 5 years or 3 years later, you get a divorce, and she takes half of everything that you own, right? And even in kingdoms where you don't have divorce laws like that. Nobody is trying to get that anymore, okay? And even just not just marriage, but even having children as well. Nobody is trying to have children anymore, okay? You see people having children right now, that just except for a very few amount of people, or except for these unwanted pregnancies, man. So there are people just don't want to abort, but nobody tries to have children anymore, okay? Because this kingdom is completely spoiled, okay? And people know it in their hearts. You know, this kingdom is completely spoiled, man. There's no need for it you to be thinking about how to raise up children in this kingdom anymore. There's no future for this. There's no future for any child, for any child that is raised up in this kingdom. You know, the only thing that they can await is destruction. Okay, unless they are unless they are of the seed of the elect, or unless they are the elect themselves. Right? So I want to actually get a priest that actually went into this, because the scripture talks about because the scriptures talk about that it will take away from the joy of this kingdom, the voice of the spoiling the marriages. Okay, let me get that. Alright, so the book of Jeremiah 16, verse 9. For thus says the hour of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. Okay, because nobody is trying to get, because that's what I was trying to go into this precept, okay? Because of Esau's wickedness, bigging up this whole feminist movement, making his divorce cause and his divorce laws now. Nobody's trying to get married anyway because you see that these women have been unleashed. And there's actually a precept, and let me get that, where it talks about how you should not give women too much liberty. Okay? It tells you giving not a woman too much liberty. Let me get that. That's in the Apocrypha. And there's actually two precepts. So I'll get the first one. Ecclesiasticus 25, and I'll start from verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of Ecclesiasticus 25, verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Okay? Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to guard abroad. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go. Okay, this is telling you that what that these women have been giving to them, that women, naturally should not be having the kind of liberty that Esau is giving them in this kingdom. Okay, and next piece I want to get to the book of Ecclesiasticus 26. And here it is. Ecclesiasticus 26, verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through over much liberty. And that's what they are seeing in this kingdom right now, okay? Women in this kingdom have abused themselves over too much liberty. Which is what you see. And the feminist movement as a direct result of Esau, not just Esau, but even all you men out here, they are picking up the woman. They're making her seem greater than she actually is. That all our woman worship. This is what it has caused. I think there's a little bit of shade here. I'm not sure whether you can actually see my face very clearly. I think there's a little too much shade here. Let me just. I think maybe I'll just increase the brightness a little bit later. But anyway, I was saying. Anyway, I was saying. This is what you see. This is a direct. This is a cause and direct. This is a symptom of this kingdom, man. This is just like basically a queendom. You've given these women liberty. That was not the natural order which they were supposed to come up in. And now you see all this wickedness going on. But what I'm focused on right now, is this whole, it taking away the joy of marriage and the joy of children. Because what does the scripture say? Let me go back to that in the book of Genesis chapter. Now let me get that. Here it is. Genesis 2, verse 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Okay, that is that's the natural order of things right there. Once you come up as a man, you leave your father's house and you go and look for a woman to make your wife, which of course you make a woman your wife through the act of sex. Going into the book of, and the apostle actually did a video on this. Going into the book of Exodus 18 verse 22, I believe, where it says about how if a man entice a maid and lie with her, that woman has become his wife. Okay, that's not it. So, okay, that's not the exact precepts. These are I don't like quoting precepts. I'm not too sure of. Yeah, I'm not that's I don't like quoting precepts. I'm not too sure of. I made a mistake there. So let me try it. Okay. So okay, I went to Exodus 22 verse 16, and it reads, and if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. Okay, that is how it's supposed to be. Okay, because when you come out, when you tell men that they can have more than one wife, okay, that they can sleep with as many women as they want. You see, lot of these men out here lot of these men out here, because they don't have that discipline. Okay, they want to raise up responsible with fathers in their household. They want to raise up by their mothers, and they want to give that discipline at a young age. They go out here and they start basically misbehaving. Okay, you see them running, you see them running around and sleeping with all kinds of women, up and down, left and right, left and right. But that's not how it should be, man. Okay. So if you want a woman, if you lie with her, that's your wife right there. Okay, you have a responsibility to take care of that woman, even if you don't have, even if you have no pleasure in her anymore. Okay, because even the scriptures talk about that if you take a wife and you don't have any pleasure in her anymore, you actually can't put her away, because that, anyway, as Yahweh said, the bill of divorcement law that Moses made, he only made it because of the people, because they were giving him so much grief over nothing. So that's why he made that law. Okay, and let me get that. Now I'm not quoting it properly because I haven't read that precept in a long time. The bill of divorcement. Alright, so let me start with this one. Book of Matthew chapter 5, verse 31. It has been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. But I say unto you, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causes her to commit adultery. And whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committed adultery. Okay, so tell you that what? Except for fornication, and that doesn't just mean, and that means that, and that doesn't just apply to the immoral sexual acts, but also, what is I'm looking for? But also idolatry. Okay, going after these other gods. If you say for all these things, which are basically all sins that are punishable by death. Except for the sins that are punishable by death, like adultery, idolatry, and the like. Except for all those kinds of sin, any other thing, you have no reason to put your wife away. Basically what the scriptures say. You have no reason to put her away except for, and the only way you can actually divorce your wife is if divorce your wife or stop her from being your wife if she dies. Okay, so if you have no pleasure in your wife anymore, you don't give her a bill of divorcement. You do what David did to Milcah, Saul's daughter. I forget her name. I think it's Milcah or Michal. Yeah, Michael or Michael. But you do what David did to Saul's daughter, which is basically which basically just put her in a different house, and she spent all her life there. Okay, without ever seeing David, without ever bearing any children for him. And that's what you need to do right there. Okay, you don't put her away. You don't send her off. Because then if you do that, she could go to other men. She goes to other men and commit adultery against you. That's also you committing. That's also indirectly you committing adultery, because you're the one that kicked her out. Okay, so what you do is no. So what you do is You don't give her none, okay? You don't give her none. You just lock her. You just basically lock her up in her house, or in the house. Which of course you can't do that anymore in this kingdom. But you're just giving an example of what they used to, or what they would have done in the past. Just look her up in your house. And that's another thing. That's one of the cultures that we have here in Nigeria, specifically the Igbo and the Yoruba and the Hausa. And you have various houses in your compound, okay? You have one for you, one for your various wives, and for their children as well. You cannot, this whole making one building for the whole family to live in. That's going off right there. And that's not how it should be, man. You should have enough houses, enough buildings in your. You actually have different various houses in the compound that you're living, or in the land that you're living in, for your wives and for your children. Just so that you can keep various laws. Like the law concerning menstruation now, you have to have a house. You have to have a house for your wife to go to when she's in her cycle, so she doesn't make things unclean, okay? Or for example, even you yourself, when you are unclean, you have to have a house that you can go to stay there, or even outside of the city, a house outside of the city to stay there when you are unclean, so that you don't make anything that you touch unclean as well. These are the various laws that we can't keep on this side anymore. But what I was going into, let me get that. Okay, here it is. Look at Mark chapter 10, from verse 4. And they said, let me just start from the top. Okay, here it is. Mark chapter 10, verse 2. And the Pharisees came to him and asked him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife, tempting him? Okay, so the Pharisees came to our Lord Yahushua asking whether it was lawful whether for any reason it was okay for a man to put away his wife. In other words, for a man to divorce his wife, to give her a bill of divorcement. And this is another thing right here, because this is how you know, okay, that our Lord Yahushua, there wasn't any divine what was I looking for? What they say? How they say that again in church, Catholic Church? Divine conception. Yeah, the divine conception. This is how you know that's a false doctrine, okay? Because when you look into that word, you say that that when Joseph talked about putting her away, okay, he was talking about giving her a bill of divorcement, okay, divorcing her, putting her away, like divorcing her. This is how you know. Okay, this is a precept right here proves that the divine conception is a myth, okay, it's a lie. Because Joseph had no intention of putting her away, okay? Because if Mary had truly committed adultery, okay, if Yahushua truly was not born from the union of Joseph and Mary, from them having through the act of sex, okay, by Mary taking in Joseph's seed, he would have, guess what, he would have carried her to the high priest and accused her of adultery, okay? Because he was still a just man. Because even the scriptures say that he was a just man, okay? If you ask any Christian right now whether Joseph was a righteous or a just man, they'll say that he is. But if he was a just man, that was the right thing to do, okay? Not hide her, because that was wickedness that she did right there. Unfaithfulness to your husband by. These people want to pass by. As I was saying, unfaithfulness to your husband by you're cheating on her with another man. This right here shows you, and just divorcing the woman won't be enough in that situation, man. If truly, okay, you want to go to the angle of the divine conception that, okay, just after that this woman got pregnant from another man. That's adultery right there, man. So you trying to say that our Lord, our Lord Yahushua that was sinless, was born from adultery. Okay, that's what you're trying to say, was born from the act of adultery, because say what you will, open your mouth and talk whatever you like. That saying that Joseph is not the biological father of our Lord is the same as saying that Mary committed adultery. But that's not what I'm going into right now. Let me just get this precept, okay? Mark 10 verse 3. And he answered and said unto them, what did Moses command you? And they said, Moses suffered to write a bill of divorcement and to put her away. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, For the hardness of your heart, he wrote you these precepts. But from the beginning of creation, the Most High made them male and female. So what does that tell you right there? No zims or zaz. No trannies out here, okay? No thems or theys out here, okay? No, these whether gender concept that you freaks in Babylon came up with, okay? There's only a man and a woman, okay? There's no woman turning into a man. There's no man turning into a woman. Alright, just bring that out because some kind of strange freakism is going on up in Babylon the Great, man. And this is and this is how you know that this has to be destroyed because when I was all this preaching I'm doing, I'm still thinking about that nigga. Okay, that fucker. And forgive my language, but that fucker that was coming out here talking about praying for America. Oh God. No, man. That's not right there. And you start and that comment board, man. You see people are still corroborating with him, following him to pray for Babylon the Great. That's just pure wickedness, man. And I didn't even put a comment because of the pure anger that was in me that time. I just wanted to make a video condemning that devil, right, that demon right there. I know that was an Israel. That's just pure wickedness. Pray for this wicked ass kingdom. Pray for this. Pray for an unrighteous and evil seed that Esau, pray for his rulership to continue to endure, for you to overcome the children of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. How can you even think to say that kind of thing, man? For a devil that is righteously being judged, okay? For a wicked person that is righteously being judged, you pray for them to overcome the children of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You Christians, man, you fucking Christians, man. You fucking Christians are fucking pathetic. They have no understanding of the Most High or his ways, man. They don't even know anything about Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The book of Proverbs chapter 1 verse 20. They are set at not his reproof. They are set at not all his counsel. Meaning they ignore the words of the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The men of the Lord come out here, and you Christians also come out here talking about you want to confound them. You tell them, your doctrine is not right, okay? Oh, that's not true. This is not true. Just bring out that fucking Cesare Borgia. Jesus came for everybody. Jesus came for everybody. Jesus came for everybody. Everybody can be saved. All men can be saved. Greek talking about a precept, you don't understand what those words actually mean. You don't understand what the word means, what it means to be a Greek. Okay, you don't understand what it means. What it means when they say, all who calls upon the name of Yahweh Bashim your child will be saved. They don't understand what it means, what any of these words mean. They just parrot what their pastors told them. They have no fucking understanding, man. And then they come out and start praying for America, Babylon the Great, because of what? America is supporting Israel. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? And they both fucking Edomites. Isn't it Israel that will cause America, Babylon to be destroyed? Once again, the list of the flock shall draw them out. But that's beside the point, man. That's beside the point. Let me keep on. Let me keep on going on. Look at Mark 10 verse 7. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. So then there are no more twain, but one flesh. Okay, that you understand. Okay. That's why Yahushua, he likened the marriage of that's why Yahushua likened his relationship with the church. Okay, him and the church with the marriage of a man and a woman. Because right now, okay, we are one. That's what the scripture said. That was one body with Yahushua. Now, of course, I have to remind you of the Israelite that group. I'm actually teaching. Yes. Yes. I'm trying to get that preset right now. Okay. I don't know which one I want to get because there are actually lots of them. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm trying to get to the preset. Let me use this one. I don't really want to use this one because if I use it, I'll go into something else. But let me just use this one. It was just the spirit trying to lead me to something else. I know cars don't usually pass along this road, but maybe because nobody's out here again. Because of the holidays. All the markets are closed down. Which I was lucky, of course. Oh, just see this first. All praise in I think I actually okay, but back to how about Shim Yahweh about Sham Rakat for that man. I finally managed to get another garment. I don't think I actually formally praised the Most High for that. So then just call halal Elohim Yahweh about Sham Yahweh about Sham Rakat for that. All praise the Most High Yahweh about Shim Yahweh for the garments. Anyway, as I was saying, just 1 Corinthians 12 verse 12. For as the body is one and hath many members, so all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is Hamashiach. Alright? For by one spirit are we all baptized into one body, whether we be Jews or Gentiles, whether we be bond or free, and have been all made to drink into one spirit. Oh, you see, the Jews or Gentiles, there are now people saying Jews or Gentiles, Jews or Gentiles. But let me get this. Okay, let me get this. Since people don't understand what the Apostle Paul is saying by Gentiles, let me get this. Because even in the precepts, it tells you that. Because even in the precepts, even in the scriptures, it tells you that what? That let me go to that. That the Gentiles the Gentiles are Israelites, okay? So this is the book of Ephesians 2 verse 11. Wherefore remember, okay, that ye being in past times, Sakia, I'm getting too excited. Alright, let me just calm down, okay. Ephesians 2 verse 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in times past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision, by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands, okay? So he's talking to the Christians in Ephesus who are even in the past who are Gentiles. So let me go on down from verse 12. That at that time you are without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without power, without the Most High in the world, okay? So we are saying that was being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, being strangers from the covenants, okay? Romans chapter 9 verse 1 and 2. Who are the covenants given to? Who are the Israelites? Let me tell you right there, when they were talking about the Gentiles, they're talking about Israelites, okay? These are Israelites that were in a Gentile state of mind, that believed that they were Gentiles, okay? That believed that they were Romans, okay? That believed that they were Greeks. That believed that they were Persians. That believed they were Elamites. That believed that they were Medes. Okay, that believed that they were Babylonians. That believed they were Canaanites, Because there are so many of our people that are still in that mind state right now that don't realize that they're actually Israelites, especially here in Nigeria. That's many of them are looking at those Jews that are in Israel, talking about, Amalek is Israel, they're the Israelites, and we're just lowly fucking peasants that have nothing going for them. And then you fucking pastors, man. You people that you shepherds that are pissing out, you shepherds that are just enriching yourself of our people instead of telling them who they actually are. You're telling them about the true doctrine of how about Shmi Shai. You just go and enrich yourselves with them, making them believe that they're actually just a bunch of low level heathen, making them believe that basically that on the same level as Esau would be in the scriptures. Not telling them that they're Israelites, that they're actually the true chosen, that they're actually the true Lord's chosen. You fucking pastor, man. You are going to destroy you people.